Hey there, people of the grid. Ooh, it's a Saturday. There's a dude driving up the street in a golf cart. Anything goes. Okay, first of all, we had a good sleep. We didn't stay up all night. We did stay up late. I think it was about 1:30 in the morning by the time we crashed. See, Samantha and I were the last ones up playing. We wanted to see if in Animal Crossing, if the clock changed right at midnight and then it turned into next day and, you know, your house was built and all that stuff that you started was in place. That didn't happen. I don't know when it happened, but it happened sometime between 1:30 in the morning and about 6:30, which is when I got up. So the game, it's pretty awesome. I don't know how to describe it. It's not a shoot 'em up game. It's more of a quest-based, resource management-based type game where you go out and gather stuff, you pull stuff together, you collect stuff, you do things for various people. You've got some interesting things going on. So, yeah, the game is just going out and doing stuff. You plant things, you clean things up, you harvest things. You have a crafting table where you can make all sorts of things. And actually this morning we did the coolest thing, which was Samantha, myself, and Ethan hopped on a plane over to Melissa's island and we went and visited her. Now, not much we could do. We didn't want to chop down all her trees and take all of her resources because she needs those. So we just hung out with her, walked around, and then we continued on. What I did do is I got a ticket to go to a random island. So you go to the random island and that's where you can really pilfer all the resources and then go back. So I did that twice today. I upgraded from a tent to a house, which was 98. What's the money called in the game again? Bell. 98,000 bell. And I just paid that off today. And then the guy said, hey, if you want a bigger house, you could upgrade for 190,000 bell. So not only am I in debt in real life, but I'm in debt in the game too. So I'm working off my game debt. We had a nice breakfast and I thought, I got to get out. The YMCA is closed. You can't go over there to do anything. So I figured I would throw on some gear and go for a run outside. And I survived. It's slushy, it's wet, it's slippery in a few places, but it was good to get out. Haven't done that in a week. Haven't done anything in a week, so it was really nice to get out. Oh, hi gamers. There's Gamer 1, Gamer 2, Gamer 3, Gamer 4. Where's Ethan?
He's downstairs.
He ditched us. Look at the cat. I see some birds out there, hey?
Yep.
So it turns out that Amelia here loves Animal Crossing. It's the one game she actually does love. And so, because we didn't want to go out, and they probably don't even have it at EB Games anymore. And Amelia's Switch has a problem where it won't take cartridges. It'll play all the games that are downloaded. So we ended up downloading the game for her so that she could play. So she is now our 6th gamer. We are all in the game. We're doing it together. By the way, I've been referring to our current living conditions worldwide as the zombie apocalypse. In case you're wondering why I call it the zombie apocalypse, it's simply because if you called it what it really was, YouTube and other social media platforms, they basically cut the thread. They demonetize the videos. In some cases, they won't even let them be published. They've turned over the rule of the world of the social media world to bots, and those bots are highly sensitive to anything that's got to do with the situation going on. The reasoning for that is, they say, is they don't want people pushing disinformation. So even mentioning it, even if you talk about it, I heard this in the news, demonetized. That's why I refer to it as the zombie apocalypse. It's got nothing to do with anything else. So I was listening to a podcast while I ran. I've never used these guys on a run before. Well, no, I've never used them exercising. I've used them riding my bike, but I've never used them in a run. I have used them snowboarding. They stayed in place just fine. I don't like getting them all sweated up, but it's too cold out there, so I'm not sweating anyways, and so they were fine. They work really well. Listening to a podcast, or no, to an ebook. In the book, the guy talks about his daughter who has, she had this really weird bone condition. And while she was suffering through it, he said, the one thing is you still have to do everything that you normally do. You have to go to the bathroom. You have to take the garbage out. You have to get food. You have to stock up on toilet paper. All of that stuff still has to go on, even with what's going on in the world around us. So everybody here is doing well so far. Everybody we know is doing well so far. Tammy's mom and dad arrived from Mexico today, so that's going to be weird because we're going to take their car to the airport, leave the car running, sort of park behind it, wave at them. We'll have groceries in the car for them, and then they go home to sort of lock themselves away for the 14 days to make sure that they're good, which I'm pretty sure they are, but that's what you got to do. So hope everybody out there is okay. We're praying for you. We're praying for us. We're really hoping that we come through this well. We need science to work faster. We need medicine to work faster. So we know people are on it, and that's all we can do is tough it out. So there you go. I'm going to shower up and go play some video games. Hey there, people of the grid. Taking a little bit of a break from video gaming to make a trip to the store. We're about to have supper. We need some supplies. Tammy's parents are back to tonight. Got to pick up some supplies for them, and so I've been voted to go do the pickups. And we're following all of the social distancing rules. In fact, even on Friday when I went to EB Games at the mall, they had us space gapped out 3 feet apart, 1 meter, and it was only like 3 of us because I was there like right when it opened. And then the into the store, they would only let like 2 people in at a time, and they would force you to space out. And it's what we have to do. Going to the grocery store, they recommend that only 1 person from a family goes to get all the shopping done, and only if you need to. So we need to get the supplies. So I'm going to get that done. It's going to be in and out. Stay away from other people. Don't talk to strangers. Pretty much the same rules I follow all the time. That game, you guys, it's a lot of fun. I mean, if you're into that sort of a game, the resource type stuff, the quest based type games, it's pretty awesome. And we are all getting to play it together, which is also pretty awesome. It sort of helps you maintain that little bit of normal that we all really desperately, I think, want to hang on to. We still got to live. We still got to do what we do, but we got to do it as safely as possible. For us, video games, movies, board games, we do that all the time. In fact, when we go camping in the summer, we take entire weekends where it's just us. And in a small space, we've kind of all figured out how to carve out our own mental space so that we can read a book or play a game or have a nap or play a board game or do a puzzle. We can all do that while we're close to each other, but not stepping on each other. It's not perfect, but we're making do. So hopefully you are as well. Yeah, Saturday night in the big city. Well, no, I didn't find everything we needed. We did need some frozen veggies. Those are pretty much wiped out. Toilet paper is still wiped out. And it's funny, in the frozen vegetable aisle, there's one frozen vegetable that there's still a lot of. Brussels sprouts. Apparently adults and kids do not like Brussels sprouts. But yeah, everything else, I mean, it's pretty reasonable. I don't get the whole toilet paper thing at all. I really don't. But yeah, I guess they're doing their best to keep the shelves full. Well, the other thing I didn't get was white flour. There's whole wheat flour, which we should try that it's for our waffles and pancakes for the kids' breakfast in the morning. I don't know. Might be worth a shot, see what it's like. We already eat whole wheat bread, so we've been doing that forever, and not just like 50%, but 100% whole wheat bread. That's the bread that we use. That's awesome. So yeah, if we could do the bread, maybe we could do the waffles. I don't know. Although I like the white. We'll try it. Maybe we'll try it one day. Hey there, people of the grid. It's Sunday night. Yesterday was Saturday. We had a great day in the house. I actually went for a run outside. That was the first time I've done that in the winter, and it wasn't bad, other than a couple of icy spots that made it a bit dicey and sketchy. During the day, it was just more sloppy because it had become melt, so you just had to watch for the ice. I went again today, and more of the same. I went a bit earlier today, so around 11 in the morning, and it wasn't quite fully melted yet, but I got a second run in this weekend, so feeling pretty good about that. I will probably go tomorrow before I start my work day. This weekend, though, we kind of dedicated it to really embracing this whole staying inside and maintaining separation from other people so that we can get through this thing that's going on. And for the most part, it went really well. We played a whole lot of Animal Crossing. So I wanted to ask Sammy to give me her thoughts on what she thought about Animal Crossing, because I've got my own thoughts. I've never played this game before. This is your
second time.
The second time. So the first game you had was on the DS?
Yeah, I had Animal Crossing New Leaf.
And this one's, what's this one called? Animal Crossing?
New Horizons.
New Horizons. So this is like your second iteration. And what do you think compared to the first one?
I like it a lot.
Yeah?
There's a lot more to do, it seems.
Like there's the crafting bit. So you get these recipes for making things, almost like Minecraft, right?
No.
No?
Because
you make things in Minecraft too from elements.
You make them, but you don't need to discover them beforehand.
You mean the recipe?
Yeah.
Right. So the recipe is just known. You just gotta find the pieces.
Yeah.
In Minecraft. Yeah. So it's kind of neat. There's the crafting bit. So for people who like searching out stuff and putting things together, there's that. Mm-hmm. There's kind of the mission bit because you got to do stuff. You got to build stuff. There's the design bit because you can color things, your clothes, your house. Yeah. It's just an all-around pretty awesome game.
Yeah.
It's a good birthday gift, hey?
Yeah.
So we're really enjoying it. We played way too much video games this weekend.
Not enough.
We would sit down and eat together, and then we'd go relax and play games and play games and play games. And then we'd talk to each other. We figured out how to make some money really fast. If you gather fruits on your island, and then if I fly over, say, to Sammy's island, every island has sort of a different default fruit vegetation that grows. I buy my fruits for 400. I sell them on Sammy's island for 500. Then I go to her store and I buy her fruit for 400, bring it back to my island, kind of like fruit smuggling across international borders. I sell it in my island for 500, make some in-game money pretty quick. There's fishing. We've been doing a ton of fishing. There is catching butterflies and bugs. You got this whole sort of encyclopedia of different types of fish that you collect and bugs that you collect. So there's that. There's the whole collecting bit if you're into that, which is kind of like Zelda was a bit about that, accomplishing different things or collecting
in a way, I
locations. Guess. So yeah, I still love it.
It's a really good game.
I think this game's going to take a lot of our quarantine time, a lot of our spare time is going to be spent in this game. What are we going to do during the week when we got to work and go to school?
I don't gotta go to school.
You do got to go. You have homework. We're going to get that done, and then we're going to play the game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hope you guys had a really good weekend. Hope you're still safe out there. Remember, take all the precautions. Treat this thing like it's serious, because it is serious. And apparently from what we've been reading and seeing, you don't want to experience it. You don't want to get it. It's not fun. And
no sickness is fun.
In extreme cases, people are dying. So do what's got to be done to protect yourselves. Stay safe.
Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts. That's why we're here. Play lots of video games, right?
Yeah, especially Animal Crossing.
Especially Animal Crossing. All right. We got to get these guys to bed because it's 10:30. You're not going to bed? You're going to play some more? Yeah. All right. Catch you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Micah.
And Samantha.
Out.